So today we are starting with TSQL. So basically TSQL is used for the programming to construct the programming kind of thing in SQL, because whenever we are writing any SQL queries, then it is not stored anywhere in the database, right? It is not stored anywhere in the database, so it is not reusable. TSQL queries is not reusable. So to construct that reusability, store procedure concept will come into the picture. And to learn the store procedure, we have to starting with the what is the variable, and then conditional, what are the conditional statement, then what is the looping. From that we have to start. So today we will start with basic thing, what is a variable. So variables are used to store the data temporarily for later use in the same batch in which they are declared. So I will let you know what is the same batch in which they are declared, meaning batch is one or more TSQL statements. So what is a batch over here? It is a one or more multiple or single TSQL statement sent by a client application to SQL Server for execution as one unit. Execution as one unit. So maybe there are will be some front end application, right? There will be some front end application which may be either developed in Java or .NET or something. So in which in the backend they are using the SQL, right? In the backend they are using the SQL mostly. So at that time, whenever we are doing some kind of activity in the front end application, and at that time it is calling some backend SQL. So in the backend it will be running one or more SQL statement, right? Because in SQL backend side only SQL statements will be available. So it will be at the end, it will calling SQL statements, and it will be written in some batch. Like in one batch there will be some statement, some or single SQL statements are there, right? Then batch will be end. Then we are specifying either go, or then again new batch maybe start, and maybe few more SQL statement maybe start. So like this it will be stored. This is just simple demo example. Now how we can declare the variable? Let's see how we can declare the variable. We have to mention this keyword declare. Whatever is highlighted in blue over here, that is a keyword, right? Declare. Then variable name, any variable name you can give. As data type we have to mention the data type, right? Either it is an integer kind of variable, or varchar kind of variable, or decimal kind of variable. Because every column value will be stored, any column value will be stored in the variable. So that column is also having a data type, right? So that to store that column information for the variable also we need to specify data type over here. This is a one way. Or this optional, this is as keyword is optional over here. This is second way also we can declare the variable, right? This is a second way also we can declare the variable. Now let's say this is a variable I have declared, declare at the rate x. This is x is what? X is a variable name as integer. As integer, right? As integer. Now select, we have to either print or select or set this variable value, right? This variable value we have to either print or set or select. So over here I have done the select, right? Select at the rate x as x. This is a column alias, right? Column alias. But when I execute this query, when I execute this query, it will return me null. It will return me null. This is a column alias which is x. It is returning me null. Why it is returning me null? Because I haven't set the value of x. I haven't set the value of x anywhere. If I do like this, set at the rate x equal to 10. Now let me try what it is showing. See over here. Now it is showing me 10, right? Now it is showing me 10. Now let me try if I mention like a. Will it give me result? No. Conversion failed when converting the varchar value a to data type integer. Why? Because we have declared this variable as integer. We cannot specify varchar value over here, right? We cannot specify varchar value over here. Now let's see one more example. Now see, this is a variable has been declared, right? Declare at the rate x equal to integer. Now after that I have specify over here go. After that I have specify over go. So over here batch will start, right? Batch will start, and whenever you specify go at that time, batch will end over here. So now if I mention select at the rate x equal to x, then see what will happen. Must declare the scalar variable at the rate x. Why? Because batch is already end over here. When we specify go command, go statement, then batch will specify, batch will end over here. So after the batch will end, you cannot use that particular variable, right? You cannot use that particular variable. See what is written over here. Same batch in which they are declared, the later use in the same batch in which they are declared. But over here batch will be gone, batch will be gone, so you cannot use that variable over here, right? You cannot use that variable over here. Its scope, declaring variables one at a time, declaring variables one at a time. Now see, over here I have declared three variables. Over here I have declared three variable. Declare at the rate x is one variable which data type is integer. This is second variable y which data type is varchar, and this is third variable which data type is date. So this is one variable I have declared at a time, one variable at the rate x, then second variable. So when this semicolon will be there at that time, that one variable is over. Now you have to mention declare again, and you can mention another variable. Then again when this semicolon is there, this one will be completed. After that you have to declare, write it again, and you will declare one more variable, right? You will declare one more variable. Now declaring multiple variables at a time. Now over here see what is the change. After this, in place of semicolon I have mentioned comma. Now I do not need to write declare again. I do not need to write declare again. I can directly write at the rate y varchar of 10. Then I can say at the rate z as date. So this is multiple variables will be declared at a time, and this is declaring a variable at a single time, at one time. That is a difference in multiple and single. Now over here If we do select, let me try select at the rate x, at the rate y, at the rate z. What it will return? It will return null, null, null only, right? It will return null, null, null. Why? Because I haven't set any value for all these three variable. I haven't set any value for all these three variable. So for that purpose, say set statement will come into the picture. For that purpose, says statement will come into the picture. It is used to assign value to a variable. It is used to assign value to a variable. Only one variable is allowed at a time. Now see, I have declared all the variable above, and now I have to set values like this. Declare, this line is for declaring all the three variables at multiple variables at a time. Then set at the rate x equal to 23, set at the rate y equal to hello, because it is varchar, and over here we need to specify date. Now if I run this query, it will give me proper result. See, it will give me proper result, right? Now at the time of declaration also I can initialize the value. At the time of declaration also I can initialize the value. See over here what I am doing. At the rate x integer equal to 23. Let me check whether it will work or not. Okay, it is working. Now at the rate Harshit. So now let me see what it is printing, Harshit or hello. Okay, it is printing hello. Now at the rate date equal to I. Let me specify this particular date only. Let me write it over here. Now let me remove all these three. Now see what I am doing. I am removing all these three. Now see what it will show. 23 Harshit and this date, right? So this is initialization of a variable value at the time of declaration only. Initialization the variable by declaring the variable. This is the same thing, right? Now we can also assign the values to a variable using a select statement. We can also assign the values to a variable using a select statement. How? Now I have declared over here three variables, right? Employee name, job and salary. Employee name, job and salary, right? Now select employee name. Now over here we need to identify, you have to write the select statement. So in this particular employee name, you want to store the value of employee name column from EMP1 table, right? Ename column from the EMP1 table. Now in this at the rate job variable, you want to store the value of job column. At the rate salary, you want to store the value of salary column. And from EMP1, where EMP number equal to this, right? So let me show you. Select e name comma job comma salary from EMP1. Now both of this statement, now I have to select over here again to display the value of this one and this one. Variable value we have to show, right? Variable value we have to show. So I can see both of the query will give me same result, right? Both of the query will give me same result, right? So using select statement also we can assign a value to the variable, right? 1 minute. Now let's move forward. Now suppose if multiple rows qualify, if multiple rows qualify, then when assignment select is finished, the value in the variables are those from the last row the SQL server happened to access. Now see what is the thing over here. We have to copy this same SQL statement, and over here let me write dpt number, dpt equal to 10. Now how many rows this query will give me? 4 rows it is giving me, right? Over here multiple values are qualified, right? Multiple rows are qualified, right? Multiple rows. So at that time what will happen? If I execute this query, see over here it is last row, it is returning me last row, not all the rows. Why? Because this select statement will, we haven't specified either in a loop condition, right? Either in loop condition or any kind of cursor or any kind of procedure we haven't used. So that reason it will loop through only single row only, it will loop through only single row only, and it will giving me only last row from the SQL server happen to access. So see what is the last row over here? Harry is my last row, so only last row it will give, not all the rows, right? That cannot be possible over here in simple print or select statement. Now let me see what will happen over here. Now when you specify over here as a select statement, it will it will retrieve the last row, but over here using a set statement also you will set the values of particular variable using the select statement as well, using the set statement as well, we are setting the value of a variable, right? But over here there will be one problem. See what is the problem. See what is the problem. Subquery return more than one value, subquery return more than one value, this is not permitted when the subquery for rows equal to less, not equal to, less than equal to, greater than, greater than equal to, or when the subquery is used as an expression. So you have to just remember one thing, while you have to remember one thing, while your subquery will return more than one value, while your subquery will return more than one value, this query is returning more than one row, right? More than one row, right? More than one row. At that time you cannot use the set, you cannot set the variable value using a set command. You cannot use the, you cannot set the variable value using a set command. Either you have to specify the select statement, or you have to specify the looping. So it is not possible over here when you are using a set statement. But if it is a single value, see, if it is a single value, let me show you emp number. So where we have used this one, right? Over here it will retrieve only single value, right? Over here it will retrieve only single value. Let me change over here, and now let me try to run. See over here, over here a single value I have used, and I have commented these two thing, I have commented these two thing. So this 7839 employee name is king, so king, it will retrieve me king. because this subquery is not returning me more than one value, right? This subquery is not returning me more than one value, but this subquery will returning me more than one value. That is why it is failing, right? So to show you the error only, I have to write it over here. One minute. Over here in the set clause we are seeing, right? So I have to mention it over here, and I have to comment that thing. Now let's see. See over here, same thing. King is displaying now, right? Because this subquery is returning me only single value, right? But this one is returning me multiple values. That is why it is giving me error, right? Now see what this will return. Declare at the rate salary money. So I have declared the variable salary cell variable with money data type, set salary equal to select statement. So what is the salary of 7839? What is this SQL statement, right? I have to write it. One minute. I have to copy this one. And if I run both of this query, it will give me the same result, right? 5000, 5000. Now let me see. Over here, this query will not fail, right? Over here, this query will not fail. It will, because it is retrieving me single value. The inner query will retrieving me single value, single employee name, single employee job detail, single employee salary. So it will not fail, right? But if we mention department number equal to 10, 20 or 30, then it will be fail, right? Now there is one print statement is there, print. So using a select statement also sometimes we see the value, and using a print statement also we see the value of a result set, right? So it is used to return a user defined message to the client. So print hello. So what it will done, print hello? It will simply print hello. And see, this time messages is coming over here, not table kind of thing. Have you noticed this one? It is showing something like messages, and in messages it is showing hello, not table kind of thing. Now, but if I do like this, select, see the difference over here, select get date and print get date. Now let me run both of the query same time. Okay, now this is showing me as a table. This is showing me as a table, right? Column name is given, no column name. And see, when I run this one, what is display over here? It is displays as a message. It is displayed as a message, right? Now let me unmute. Okay, now let's see the programs. Write a program to add two numbers. So I have declared one variable, declare a at the rate integer. Then again I have specify comma. So I can declare another variable, declare b as integer, declare c as integer. Now my one statement is over. So I have mentioned the semicolon over here, right? One statement is over, right? Now at the rate we have to set the value of at the rate a 100, at the rate b 200, and at the rate c equal to what? At the rate a plus at the rate b. So print c. We have to print this c value, right? So it will print what? It will print 300, right? C. It is printing 300, or either printing c. Let me try to mention select. Select at the rate c. This should also work. Let me try. See, now this time it is showing as a tabular format, right? As a tabular format, right? Now write a program to take the input date and print the day of the week. So now over here we need to give some input. So for the input we need to mention the date, right? Some kind of date, and we want the what is the what is, either it is a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We want to mention like that. So to store the date value we have to declare one variable at the rate and because of date the data type will be date, right? Now we have to set the value of this at the rate d. So what is set at the rate d equal to some 15th August 1947. Now how we can get the date name? We have seen this function while seeing the date function, right? So at date name, day of the week, and at the rate, in which day of the week, which value of day of the week you want to see, that you have to mention over here. So it will give you, see, Friday. On 15th August 1947, it was a Friday when India got independence, right? Now let's see one more program. Write a program to take EMP number and print corresponding name and salary from EMP1 table. Now you have to think while reading this line which kind of variable you have to declare. That should be come into your mind. That should be come into your mind. So what is my requirement? Write a program to take EMP number. So one variable we have to take that is that can store the value of EMP number somewhere, right? And what we need to print? We need to print name, and we need to print salary. Name and salary and EMP number. So these three variable we need to declare, right? So what? Declare E number, E integer, E name, varchar of 20 and salary money. Now I have set the value of 7839. So I need to put the value of EMP number, right? And then what I have to do? I have to set the value of E name and set the value of salary. But for which employee I have to set? For this particular employee only. For this particular employee only, and this result is stored in this number variable, right? So in the where condition I have to specify E number, right? And now I have to print E name and salary for this particular employee number. Over here I have mentioned the, now let me show you one more thing. Print at the rate E name plus address cell. Now what will be the problem over here? If I use this one, I am trying to do concat between I am trying to do concat between two different variables data type. One is money and one is varchar. One is money and one is varchar. So that this statement will give me error. For this purpose I have to do cast, right? For that purpose I have to do cast as a salary. For that purpose I have to use cast as salary. Now it will don't give me any error, right? It will don't give me any error, right? Now both of this data type in varchar only, right? In varchar only. Now let's see one more thing and then we will conclude. Write a program to input. Write a program to input EMP number. So my first variable will be EMP number, right? And print employee experience in EMP1 table, right? So second where you we have to declare hire date, we have to store somewhere, right? Hire date we have to store somewhere. So for that purpose also we need to declare one more variable, right? For that purpose also we need to declare one more variable and we need to display experience. So for that purpose also we need to declare one more variable. So this will become my three variable. Date of joining we need to store hire date. So it will be in the data type. Experience we need to show in the integer, 10 years of experience or 20 years of experience, like that. Now I have set the value of 7839. Then select at the rate dog. I need to store higher date as well. Now experience, how can I set the experience? We need to, we have a higher date and we have a today's date. This is my higher date, this is my today's date, and we need difference in year. We need difference in year, right? We need difference in year. So that date the function we have to use. This will tell me the difference between this and this in year. Now print experience equal to cast, because of this experience is in integer, right? Because of this experience is in integer, we have to cast this in varchar again, right? So when I run execute this query, see 43 years of experience this king has. This king has 43 years of experience, right?